Leavers sought to table that document. Is there any objection? There is no objection. Question number 7, Tim Macindoe.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Justice. How is the justice sector contributing to the government's Better Public Services program?
The Honourable Judith Collins.
Mr. Speaker, the justice sector is well on track to make significant contributions to the government's Better Public Services program. The sector is working collaboratively on groundbreaking plans to reduce crime, reduce violent crime and reduce reoffending. We will be reducing opportunities for crime by targeting repeat locations and supporting repeat victims, targeting vulnerable youth and youth offenders, reducing alcohol and drug abuse, reducing reoffending by strengthening rehabilitation services. The crime rate is at the lowest it's been in 30 years.
Before the Minister goes on too long, I'm not sure any members can hear this. There seems to be a problem with the order. It would be helpful if members allow a little time to try and fix it. There appears to be a problem with the microphone. Is it being... It is...
Would you like me to start again, Mr. Speaker?
Order. I would like the Minister to start again with a more brief answer. That answer's too long. The Honourable Judith Collins.
It's just such good news. Well, we are reducing opportunities for crime by targeting repeat locations and supporting repeat victims, targeting vulnerable youth and youth offenders, reducing alcohol and drug abuse, reducing reoffending by strengthening rehabilitation services. The crime rate's the lowest it's been in 30 years. We've got a great window of opportunity now to review the way in which our courts are functioning and our justice system as a whole is operating. We're committed to delivering better justice services, and I think rehabilitation might be of some use to a few members over there.
Order. I just hope that the public microphone sound system is working. I want that looked into with some urgency because that is just hopeless. Tim Macindoe's supplementary. No, not the answer. The sound system. Order. The sound system's performances. The Speaker makes no comments on the performance of most members. Tim Macindoe.
Supplementary question, Mr. Speaker.
Tim Macindoe's supplementary question.
How will the Justice Sector Leadership Board and Justice Sector Fund contribute to the government's Better Public Services program?
The Honourable Judith Collins.
Mr. Speaker, the Justice Sector Ministers have developed a cross-agency plan aimed at providing an accessible justice system. A 4-year budget plan has been developed to integrate spending, operations and change through to 2016. This is a first in the public sector. I'm delighted that our Cabinet colleagues have shown such a level of confidence in the Justice Sector agencies. The Justice Sector Chief Executives who make up the Leadership Board are able to look across the entire funding of the sector and discuss the application of savings in a way that best achieves the sector's goals.
Question number 8. Supplementary question, Charles Chauvel.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Well, most of the initial funding for the Justice Sector Fund, which she told the Select Committee this morning will come from vote corrections, be offered to the police so as to avoid a nil wage rise this year for uniformed officers, and if not, why not?
The Honourable Judith Collins.
Mr. Speaker, in fact, the decisions on how any underspends are spent is going to be made by the Justice Sector Ministers along with the Chief Executives. Not one person makes that decision, but it's one which we come at collaboratively, and we can do so up to a total of $100 million without going back to Cabinet. So it's going to be something which every agency is going to be looking at how they can better use the resources they have so that we do have some money to spend more, particularly on rehabilitation, particularly of recalcitrant criminals, as we should be doing so.
Point of order, Charles Chauvel.
Mr. Speaker, the Minister didn't address the question, which was a very simple one. Why will the funds that are going into the Justice Sector Fund not be applied to a particular purpose? She told us how the fund would be managed. She told us what some general priorities for the fund would be, but she didn't say why they wouldn't go to the purpose that I asked.
Well, forgive me if I heard the Minister correctly. She said that she doesn't make that decision alone where those funds will be directed, that's a matter of that a number of ministers will be involved in, and therefore she can't say why any money may or may not be being directed any particular place at the moment. And now I may have misunderstood totally, but I'll hear the point of order further briefly.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, at the Select Committee this morning, the Minister was quite clear that she is the lead minister for the fund and for the sector. And if
order,
it's the case
order,
that it's a collective...
Order. Order. The member must resume his seat. That would be a subject of a further supplementary question, not a point of order. If the member thinks the minister's answer was incorrect or inadequate, the member had good material for a further supplementary question. Why did she say at select committee such and such? And the member's welcome to do that, but not raise it by way of point of order. Supplementary question, Ian Lees-Galloway.
Mr Speaker, has the Minister used any justice sector resources to facilitate negotiations with supermarkets on the alcohol reform bill, and has she made any deal with the supermarkets to weaken the current alcohol reform bill?
The Honourable Judith Collins.
Mr Speaker, I generally don't make deals.
Question number 8, Gareth Hughes.
Thank you, Mr Speaker.